Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing the super long awaited Daith piercing update. So you guys have been asking for an update on this piercing, which is the little heart on that inner cartilage in the ear, which you can see right there. You guys have been asking for an update on that piercing for forever now, and I've just been kind of avoiding it because my last video that I uploaded on it, I was quite angry because I was not happy with the service that I received at the parlor that I went to. If you guys want to know all about that, I will put that video up in the corner here, so you can just go ahead and click it and it'll take you to that video. But basically I just talk about like my experience with going to that and just how the piercer just kind of, I don't know, I just didn't really like his way of customer service, I guess you could say. But many of you are wondering about my hair. These are just extensions. This is not my real hair. I got some new ombre extensions from Donna Love Hair. I will put a link in the description box, but no, I did not bleach my ends. So I got my Daith piercing done about 5-6 months ago, and I got it done with my mom and sister because we both really wanted to get a mother-daughter piercing, so we decided on that one. The reason being for an ear piercing is because my sister is currently trying to get into the nursing program, and as you know, if you are a nurse or anything in the medical health field of that sort, you cannot have any sort of facial piercings. So we just decided to get an ear piercing because it is something we all could have and something that we could keep long term. So we decided on getting the Daith heart piercing. I did post a picture on my Instagram and a lot of you really liked it. You guys thought it was super cute, and this piercing is very popular now. I mean, a lot of people are getting it. It's just very in right now, I guess you could say. So I feel like an update on it and how it's doing about 5-6 months later would be totally appropriate to do because I know a ton of you guys are wondering about this piercing. So yes, like I said about 5 times now, I got it about 5-6 months ago, and typically these piercings can take up to a year, if not more, to heal because it is very thick cartilage. It's very deep inside the ear. Sorry if there's an echo. I just moved and there's hardwood floors everywhere, so I'm trying not to make it so bad. But yeah, so on a scale of 1 to 10, on how healing has been, like how the healing process has been going so far, I would give it a 7 out of 10, 10 being the worst. And the reason being is because this ear piercing is super fussy. And I'm going to be talking about my mom and my sister's healing processes as well. But for me and my mom in particular, it has been like a 7 out of 10. Like, these piercings are very difficult for us. It's just not fun. So yeah, it has been very hard to heal. Like, this piercing is not like kidding around. Like, this piercing is taking a long time to heal because it's not healed yet. It is definitely still healing. But yeah, it's just been a rocky road. So everyone's Daith is different. Some people can get it pierced, some people can't. When I got mine done, I almost couldn't get it done because I have very unique shaped ears. Not everyone's ears are shaped the same, and my Daith is very kind of outward and big. Like, my Daith is huge, so it doesn't look typical like you would see on Google Images, whereas it looks awesome on my sister. Like, you can see the heart and it just looks super cute. So for my sister, it is healing very well because she had the perfect Daith or cartilage for that piercing, whereas me and my mom, ours are a little bit different, so healing has been a little bit more difficult for us. Just because of how our ears are shaped and how the cartilage is. I will show you an up-close view of it in a little bit, but yeah, so the first few weeks were rough. I mean, it bled a lot, and I remember when I first got it pierced, when he pierced it, there was a ton of blood. Like, I bled a lot. So did my sister and so did my mom. Like, it's just a piercing that we all bled a lot with. I remember when he pierced it, I didn't know I was bleeding because I was laying down and I had my head laying this way. All the blood went into my ear and it got all like foggy, like how you get water in your ear and you can't really hear that well. I literally thought I went deaf. I was like, oh my God, he hit a nerve in my ear. I am deaf. I can't hear anything. I remember just freaking out, like, oh my God, I'm deaf. What am I gonna do? He fucked up my hearing. But no, it was just blood. So there was a ton of blood, and you know, the first week or so there was also, you know, a lot of blood every time I would clean it, which isn't uncommon. Obviously you're piercing a part of your body that isn't really meant to be pierced, so there is going to be some blood. It wasn't excruciating, but there definitely was some pain involved, obviously, so it was quite painful for about a month or so. So basically how I've been cleaning this piercing in particular is I've used like my H2 Ocean, I use my sea salt solution, and just my Provon soap, which is just an antibacterial soap. You can buy it on Amazon. So basically I would just clean 1 to 2 times a day. I would use my H2 Ocean if I were in a rush, like if I were going to work and didn't have time to like make my sea salt solution. I would just spray some H2 Ocean in there, and then, you know, like when I had time, I would take, you know, my sea salt solution, take a Q-tip and clean it, making sure I get all the gunk and stuff off. So that's basically how I cleaned it. My mom and sister cleaned it a little bit differently. My mom has been getting piercings for a very long time now. She has her nose pierced. She just recently got her double nostril pierced. She has a whole bunch of ear piercings, and her way of cleaning it is just using antibacterial soap and water. So that's how she's been cleaning hers. And then my sister went and bought a saline solution from Meijer. If you don't have a Meijer where you live, which you don't because I think it's a Michigan thing, but if you have like, you know, Walmart or some sort of like superstore or drugstore, she just went and got a saline solution and just sprayed that onto the piercing, and that's how she cleaned hers. So I stuck to my way, my mom stuck to her way, and my sister, you know, did it her way, which is fine. It all worked for all of us, and we're all doing really great. It is healing really well. The number one thing that we are all struggling with today is we all got them, and that is keloids or hypertrophic scars. Those bumps you get on your piercings are not keloids. They are just what they're called, and what you will most likely hear them be called is keloids, but they are actually just hypertrophic scarring. It's just from friction from the jewelry onto the skin, and it just creates a bump over the piercing. I did do a video on keloids and hypertrophic scarring and the difference of them. Keloids are a genetic condition that have to be surgically removed by a doctor, whereas hypertrophic scarring can be cured with just simple techniques of cleaning and things like that for piercings. So yeah, we all got 2 big bumps on the piercing. Me and my mom got them the worst because, like, you know, our daiths are a little bit differently shaped, and my sister also got some as well. So even though we went to, you know, a different shop and the piercing was quite expensive, it was almost $50 for each of us to get this piercing. I think it was like $46, $47 for each of us. So yeah, it was quite expensive, and we did go to a professional. He is APP. He's very, very good at what he does. So even though we went to him, we still got the bumps. It's just something that happens with piercings. It doesn't matter who pierces you, you are always prone to getting them. So just take a little bit of tea tree oil, apply it 1 to 2 times a day for a couple weeks, and it'll go away. Or I also showed them my sea salt paste, which is what I use. I do have a video on that. I will link it up in the corner for you guys as well. I do still have a small one on the very bottom, and I also have a very tiny one on the top. But let me tell you, this piercing, I have never had keloids so big in my life. Like, they got huge, and I wish I kept the picture because I actually took a picture of how big they were, and they were just ginormous. So yeah, and I didn't keep the picture because I'm an idiot, but yes, so we do still have small ones. They are going away, but they are taking a very long time because, you know, when you sleep or, you know, itch your ear or anything like that and it moves the piercing, it's obviously going to cause friction. So it just is taking a while for them to go away, but slowly but surely they are getting to that point. They are a lot smaller. Another thing I would recommend is also hot compresses. If you do have them, just take a Q-tip in hot water as hot as you can stand it and hold it on there. That will also kind of help if you don't have access to, you know, sea salt or tea tree oil. So as far as pain today, about 6 months later, it does not hurt. There is no pain anymore. I can move it. I can move it up, back, things like that. I cannot twist it like back and forth like that because it is in the shape of a heart. And so it makes it just kind of hard, but when it does get twisted the wrong way and the curve goes in, that is kind of painful, but no, I don't ever twist it or move it. It mainly just stays like that. For those of you who are wondering, this is a 14 gauge earring that is in the piercing currently, and if I ever wanted to get it taken out, I would have to go see the piercer because you cannot take these out unless you have a specific tool, because it is a piece of jewelry that is twisted into a heart. So in order to get it out, you have to go to a piercer and have them take it out for you. Another question I know I'm going to get questions on is earbuds. How do you wear earbuds with your ear piercings? Well, let me tell you, These do not see much action anymore because it is not very comfortable to wear earbuds when you have ear piercings, because as you can see, the piercing does dip down quite far into your ear. So wearing earbuds isn't exactly a realistic thing with this piercing. Same with the tragus. I have my tragus pierced over here, which I will do an update on that eventually as well. But I'm just gonna go ahead and show you what it's like to wear earbuds with a Daith piercing. So I'll go ahead and zoom you in. Here's the earbud. Basically, I just kind of have to jimmy it in like that, and that's how it sits. So it is a little bit painful because it's pushing the earring up, so it's kind of making like a tight feeling. So it's not the most comfortable thing in the world, but basically it just kind of helps if I move my tragus out of the way and just kind of slowly jimmy it in there so it's like that. So that's basically how I would wear earbuds, but is it 100% comfortable? Absolutely not. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys what the piercing looks like. I'm just gonna show you like an up close view so you can see what it's looking like. Alrighty, so there's what my Daith piercing looks like about 6 months later. Sorry, I'm holding my camera so it's a little shaky. As you can see, there's a little tiny bump on in there and then some crusties on the top. There might be even some dry blood because, you know, this piercing does get knocked around quite a bit. So yeah, that is basically an up close view of what it looks like. Like I said, there is no pain and I can also move it as well. Getting it done was excruciatingly painful. One of my most painful piercings was this one right here. It was just god awful painful. So yeah, but there's just an up close view of what it looks like 6 months later. Okay guys, so that is everything that I have for my Daith piercing update. So far so good, even though healing was an absolute bitch. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was helpful to some of you. If it was, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up and don't forget to go down and subscribe to my channel. But until then, I will see you guys very soon in my next video. I love you guys. Bye!